Hello. It's time for Samson to destroy his inner demons or whatever. Lamb stuff. Yeah, let's do it. Let's go. Let's see if we can get a cool run going on where we're like super fast and we can immediately do the boss rush and the lamb and just be done with this character entirely. That would be neat. I'd be pretty happy, pretty stoked actually. And because we just did some damage to ourselves, we're doing a really marginal extra amount of damage. There's a tinted rock right here which is telling us how it's done, and that's not gonna help, but you know, it tried. It tried very hard. It tried to be useful. It just failed at doing so. Not everyone is capable of being useful in the end, and that particular rock of a slightly different color with an X on it was just incapable of giving me the thing that I oh so desperately wanted, which was not that. Just anything that would have been better. But instead it did not. It did not comply to my wishes. It only complied to my general unhappiness. But it did just give me 10 coins, so I guess I'll just give it the benefit of the doubt for now. And there's options thing. I might try and buy that. If I can't buy that, then I'll just, you know, put some money into the donation machine. But still, I wouldn't mind having that. That's a pretty neat item to have at any point in my life. I only need 2 more coins. We've actually found our item room now after about 4 days. And that blue guy isn't going anywhere. So, oh, we're having a pretty good day. We're surviving. We're not being dead, which is roughly the same, but it's slightly different simultaneously. So therefore, it's worth mentioning. Halo flies, just one step closer to becoming Lord of the Flies, which will give us flying. Plus 2 orbitals is never too bad either. And surely this will help us. I wouldn't mind like another bomb or a key, so that we may do some cool stuff. Maybe get into our secret room. Maybe do some this and that, you know. That's the key I was hoping for. Maybe we can get 2 more coins out of that chest. And if not, it looks like our donation machine might be getting some love. No, like half a heart, please. It's like almost there. It's so close. I mean, I'm gonna try this at least. Maybe our secret room's over here. Maybe it's kind. It is kind. And it's kind. Awesome. Liking that a lot. That means we can buy that options thing, which means we will be getting 2 items for every boss room that we can choose between every single time. And we're just going to keep our 5 coins, so we should get an arcade room on the next floor as well. Larry Jr. was all on his own, but eventually he'll grow a friend, surely. Who's going to follow him? Well, not so much follow him. He's going to wiggle around the room just like he is. And generally make him feel more okay about himself, because he doesn't have to live with the harsh choices of life of being all alone. He has a friend now. But slowly but surely, he and his friend are getting destroyed by Samson's tyranny. And it's just sad. But it's how it has to be today. I'm taking that one because it deals more damage. The other one's just going to get me a whole bunch of red hearts, which is also not bad, but not what I want right now. Right now, I want something a little bit different. Pride. Hoping to get that troll bomb when I kill him. That's what I'm looking forward to. Truly, I hope for nothing else, but a troll bomb not doing anything after this battle, that would be the best. Oh, it's actually a card. Devil card, that's actually not bad. I'll take that. I'll take that any day. Gladly. Should I go in there immediately? I think I might come back for that, because I only have 1.5 soul hearts. If I had like 2.5, I'd probably consider it, but right now I'm running a little bit low. I'm not really digging it too much. I was hoping we could maybe get a secret room over there, but I think it's not there, so that was also a bit of a problem. Wouldn't mind a key right now either. We used our last key on the chest in the previous floor, which ended up being a good choice, but still, a key would be nice. I'm just gonna blow this up in the hope for one. Well, that's actually not bad either, but you know, it's not quite what I was hoping for. Either way, we can fight our boss now, I think. I think that was pin, and it's a good time to use our devil card, if you ask me. Seems a good a time as any, really. Fight this guy while we're still not really dealing a whole bunch of damage, because we haven't actually taken damage on this floor yet, and that's kind of Samson's thing. Though he did get a damage up, and we're getting another damage up again, so that's not bad. Getting the pact, not the mark, the pact, which is another damage up. Not a big one, but it's also a tears up, so there's that. Plus we got 2 soul hearts for our 2 red hearts, so all in all, not a bad deal. We're shooting a lot more tears now. Everything's going my way. I'm tempted to open that chest if we don't find any keys anywhere, which we might not. We might not find those. There's a tinted rock right there, which may contain a key as well, which is kind of nice, obviously. But first we need to get rid of all these nasty things that are trying oh so hard to destroy us all the time. That is an awkward location. And he only gives bombs. That's not so great. That's not so great at all. Is the secret room here? It might be. Oh, it is here. That's jerky. That's big old jerks. Jerks everywhere. Unless we get a key here, which would be weird. Oh, that's not bad either, I suppose. Yeah, I think I might try and get that chest in the middle here, but it's going to be a little bit finicky. Nyeh. And I didn't even take damage, but we also didn't get an arcade room, which is kind of sad, actually, because I wouldn't have minded being able to have a key or a bomb from our arcade machines. But instead, we're just going to move on. Not going to be able to go into that item room, not going to be able to go into that shop, but that's just how it is. We have a lot of hearts, so I'm just going to do this, and it was indeed worthwhile. And hopefully the flies that we have and the damage that we're currently dealing is going to be enough that we don't need that item room. But currently slightly worried. But we did get a lot of damage up so far, so it's not all bad. I'm considering doing that challenge room if we don't get another key again this floor. But I mean, there's still an entire floor, and we're getting some bombs and things. So there's like a fair chance we could at least find our way inside our item room or something like that. The odds are not exactly against us currently, and hopefully it will stay that way. And we got a key, so there's nothing to worry about. That means I'm probably not going to do that challenge room for like a great chest. That doesn't seem worthwhile. That just seems like a big old waste of time, and I don't want to waste my time on trivial nonsense like that. I just want to keep on moving, try to beat everyone as quickly as possible and win. That's the goal. Whole bunch of flies because I waited for a while. Because I figured we would be able to clear that room without flies, really. And somehow we managed to do it. That was kind of close. They could have just shot bombs and I would have just taken damage, and there wouldn't have been much I could have done against that. Because my positioning was less than desirable. But, you know, sometimes you gotta take risks or whatever. I really didn't need to take risks there, but I did anyway, because it seemed like the good idea at the time. We're getting a lot of keys right now, though, and we have a lot of coins at our disposal as well, so I might actually try to open our next shop as well. Maybe just put some coins on our donation machine if there's nothing in there, but it's worth checking. I think we need like 600 coins for our next shop unlock thing, so it's gonna take a while before we get to that, but it's worth going for. Tempted to get that tarot card in the bottom right there, but I'll wait for now. Can you like make a path? Can you make it easier? Careful now. Don't shoot me like that. That's scary. Yeah, I'm gonna get that tarot card. I'm curious what it is. There's also that thing over there, that tinted rock that I can't reach right now. So a hangman card. That's not bad either. It's not bad either. I'll take that. I'm not going in that room. That room is pointless. But yeah, I wouldn't mind some way to fly. That would be quite nice right now. And hopefully we will find some way of doing that. I'm just clearing out some of the poops here because I'm scared. We have a curse of the whatnot going on, and I don't want to risk that. We managed to put 1 coin in there. That's amazing. That was truly what I was going for. Is this soy milk? It's not. It's HP up. That's a strange place for stem cells, actually, but alright. That's one thing you can also get from the boss room, I believe. And I think it increases our shot speed slightly, which I guess is kind of nice, but other than that, I don't really have much to say about it. Don't really care about health all that much, obviously, because I never do. I don't take damage. Damage is for people that want to get hurt, which I guess we kind of do because we're like Samson, but still, I'd still prefer not taking damage ever. That would be kind of nice, wouldn't it? Would be quite preferable. No devil deal. Halo. Halo? Alright. So we get a boss room item in our item room. We get an item room item in our boss room. I guess that's how it is today. I'm going in here. Seems wasteful, but I'm going to do it. And it was wasteful. It was very wasteful. I mean, they're both items that are just shared in the item pool, but it's just kind of surprising to see both just in those areas. It's just weird to me. But I'm quite happy with the Halo because that's another small damage up. Again, not really a huge one or anything, but still it's better than nothing. I'm liking that a lot. And I'm going to be blowing up these mushrooms over here. Can you like jump over here? That's not quite what I wanted, but you sort of tried, I guess. There was an attempt made. 48-hour energy. That means we can get a lot of flies, which is kind of a waste of 48-hour energy, honestly, but what are you going to do? Should probably pick up that world card before I forget, because I know I will. I've forgotten so many things during these videos that I should just go back for it immediately. And I'm actually just gonna pop it here because I'm very wasteful. I'm not gonna go to my shop because that's too far away. I do want to try and go for my whatchamacallit, my boss rush. So I'm just gonna try and speed it up a little bit. Although our time right now is actually quite good, so I'm not too worried. And I think what I'm actually gonna do is go to my shop anyway. Boop. Because our time is actually quite good, so might as well actually try and see if there's something cool there. There is some bombs, which we managed to blow up a single rock with. Pretty useful. Didn't actually check if there was a tinted rock there, so I should probably go back for that. But if we could get a map, that would actually be kind of nice. I wouldn't mind that. Wouldn't mind that at all. Might as well check out to see if the shop has one. Maybe a compass as well. One of those like mapping items. Any of them really. Ooh, where's that? I do like myself some extra damage as well. So I'd rather take that over the blue map. The blue map does give you sort of an indication where you have to go because the super secret rooms have a tendency of being close to boss rooms, but not gonna risk it this day. I can't see tinted rocks in the dark. There is actually like Commander ZX2 made a mod which just made all the tinted rocks like bright green, which is pretty awesome. I actually considered using it. I might actually use it like later when I've actually sort of unlocked everything, I guess. What happened there? I guess he was like on the floor. But I think I'll wait with that when we're done with everything else, because I'd rather like play the main game, I guess, about as vanilla as possible, like all the unlocking things, so I cannot be accused of cheating. And we can just move on. Mega Fatty, that's fine. Please don't jump on my face. That's all I really ask. Everything else you can do is really just fine, but please don't jump on my face. Like this, this is something you can just keep doing because it doesn't really do a whole lot. Thank you very much, Mega Fatty. Oh god, these are both awful. Let's just take that one and maybe hope for a good tarot card. 2 spades, that's not bad. Krampus, why? I want other things. I don't want you. Please drop the coal at least. That's okay. that's kind of alright then. That's reasonable. I can live with that. Moving on. Probably shouldn't have used that world card there, but you know, I like being wasteful. I like being very wasteful. Yeah, I'll do that. That seems like it. Oh my god, that's so many coins. I did that for the red chest, and I ended up getting the best item out of the gray one for all things. That's unusual, but sure, I'll take it, I guess. Not mind that too much. Plus, this is a room which we can clear quite quickly as well. So all in all, things are going pretty great. Things are not so bad right now. As long as this guy dies, and there we go. Not bad. Not bad at all. Not gonna bother with that pill because I just don't feel like it, really. I just don't feel like eating pills right now. Ooh. Yes, please. The mark. Even more damage. Another soul heart for free. It's like getting a single soul heart, but better in every single regard. It's kind of nice how the cursed room decides to treat me that day. Please don't jump. How did I not get jumped on by anyone? Like, they were jumping around like crazy. I'll just take this one, I think. That seems like a better one. Seems better than what I currently had. Jera can lead to some fun stuff. Can lead to a whole bunch of hearts. Can maybe lead to a whole bunch of extra chests, which probably won't be too useful, but you never know. There might be like a curse room. That was unfortunate. There might be like a curse room with like 3 red chests or something like that. Or a challenge room with 3 red chests, and then I can make it 6. Because I don't think curse rooms can actually contain 3 red chests. So yeah, that seems somewhat unlikely. But you know, that could be a challenge room which contains a whole bunch of red chests. And I probably, if I had known that there was going to be a Jera rune, I would have waited with that challenge room instead. But I didn't. Because I am not that psychic, unfortunately. Would be very useful if I was, but it's not to be. Yeah, we're going this way. Just because this is the only way where things can be. Look at our range right now, though. Our range is phenomenal. We can just shoot from the side, but that little eternal fly or whatever they're called was just perfectly getting in the way the entire time. It was almost beautiful if it wasn't so horrendously ugly instead. You know how it happens. I'm gonna call Greed being in this shop. It seems like it's been too long since we've seen Greed in a shop. And we're on depths 1 right now, so it would be suitable. Oh. Ooh. Ooh. That's a bit too good. That's a bit too good to just leave behind. That's gonna ruin our range, but you know, that's fun. Gonna make our tiers. Our range is actually not that bad still. But yeah, Jera with Blankard, that's too good to pass up. That's way too good to pass up. Because we can turn soul hearts into a ludicrous amount of soul hearts if we find any of them. So I'm just gonna keep that instead. Seems like the better idea. I'm actually gonna bomb these things in case we can get some black hearts out of it. And instead we do not. We got that. Sun card. Actually... that's... I don't know. I like Jera. I like Jera too much, but God, the full mapping though. I'm considering it. I might go back for that Sun card because that is... Like mapping on every floor, that's too good as well. Like there's a lot of things right now which are actually just too good to pass up, honestly. And it's both good and bad, I suppose. I mean, if the choice was easier, then I'd be a little bit happier, I guess. But simultaneously, it would mean that one of our choices just wasn't very good. So, I don't know. I'll consider it. There's a super secret room here. That would be neat. There's not. There's a super secret room over here, then. No? Final chance before we go on? Nope. Alright. Fair enough, I guess. Yeah, Jera or Sun. That's quite a tricky choice because Sun also heals us fully for like red hearts. If we're gonna use up a whole bunch of red hearts here, oh, we're just getting more. Yeah, I'm actually gonna take the Sun card, I think. I think that might be the better choice right now. Which is weird. But I quite like having a map. I quite like being able to refill my red hearts that way. It's too good to pass up, especially when I go for that boss rush, I guess. Use it immediately. And quite a big floor indeed, but we're going to our... We know exactly where to go. Our build isn't that great right now, which is a little bit worrying. Like, it's good, but I don't know if it's like boss rush good. So I'm hoping that's not going to lead to any issues, but I think we'll probably be okay. I think we'll probably be fine. At least we're doing like a reasonable amount of damage. We're shooting quite fast as well, which is nice. Makes extra bombs. Well, I'll take that, I guess. Why not? Pre-charge. I mean, I can actually use a Sun card in one of these rooms. Sort of tempted to use it here, actually, because these ghosts are awful. Hate them. Hate these ghosts so much. Because they're such jerks. They have so much. They have such an oddly large amount of health for some reason. Oh, I don't have keys. Alright, that's kind of sad. Well, at least I can give this guy a whole bunch of stuff because I can just keep spamming Sun cards. Goat hoof. That's tempting. Stars? Well, that's good. What's that? Man, you are just taking it all. Alright, first of all, let's use stars so we can go in there, get Loki's horns. Oh god, we're gonna deal a lot of damage on this floor because of that bastard just taking all of our health inexplicably. So let's give him some more. Might as well. There's another battery earlier on, so might as well do it. Spades card, use that. Take that, Roid Rage. And not much of anything here, really. I'll just take the key and just move on with my life. Do I want the goat hoof instead of... Nah. Our speed is actually really good right now. Like, we're moving like crazy. Which might actually be because of all the damage we just took. I don't know if our speed gets increased by our rage, but... whatever. Let's just keep going. We're just gonna keep going in the right direction. We've got 3 minutes to do this floor, which is fine. It's plenty. And let's see what's over here. There might be like a black market there, which would obviously be appreciated. Would like that quite a lot. We'll go there in a second. Donation machine here, which is kind of strange. And indeed, there is a ladder. And it does lead to a black market. Is that good? Is that useful? Is there anything I here particularly want? Not especially. I mean, the flies are kind of nice, I guess, but it doesn't really do anything for us, honestly. Guess I'll give some more stuff to this guy because he's been quite nice so far. You gonna give me something cool? Is that how it's gonna be? Oh, that's pretty cool, actually, yeah. And I'll just give this guy some coins as well. I don't think we need coins from this point on anyway. Do I really want anything here? I don't think I do. I don't think I do want anything from here, actually. No. So, yeah, we're just gonna leave all that behind. I'm not gonna go in there because that would ruin a lot of things, actually. That would ruin a lot of things because we're in the depths too right now. I'm actually gonna sleep over here. get some of my health back. Not many chances you get to do this, so, you know, might as well take the opportunity. Take a little nap and move on. Should go into my secret room before I forget. This is pills. I don't really feel like pills this run. I don't know why, but something about pills, which I'm just like, not really digging it. Not today. Our damage right now, we just took so much damage from those demons. And it's kind of gotten ridiculous. Let's just at least... Oh, that's not the same pill, is it? No, it's not. Never mind. I thought it was two the same pill, but it's not. So we're just gonna get that and kill, man. This shouldn't take too long. I mean, come on. Look at how much extra damage we have available right now. We should be okay, I think. There we go. Remember to get that one because we're going to the Lamb. Core of Babylon. That's actually kind of not great with this build, so I'm actually not even going to take it. Right. That's kind of all bad. I mean, I guess this might actually be the best item out of all of these, honestly. Deep Sea Scroll is just terrible. Let's do it. Let's go. Let's do some of the murder. At least this is like the perfect floor to get a whole bunch of demon judges on because, God, our damage here is really, really useful. Like, having so much extra damage here is just so good with all these bosses that we're going to have to fight. Especially against this guy. Please die as quickly as possible. Don't poop on the floor. Oh, it's good. It's the champion version. He's just going to drop hearts all over the place that just shoot tears. That's not nearly as bad, obviously. The hearts just don't do as much as... The hearts just barely do anything, really. They are not a threat at all. And they die so quickly as well. So that's actually really nice. So we just go and move on, kill some bosses for a while. I think we got this in the bag with the build we got right now. Unless we get like some really nasty champions or something, but like what we got available, like the damage we have right now and the shot speed and the range, even with like the number 1, our range is sort of impeccable. Obviously we still need to be a little bit careful, but we still have the sun card that we can technically use twice because we can just use it normally and with the blank card. If any of these bosses drops a battery, that would be kind of hilarious, but so far we've not actually taken damage yet, so I'm feeling pretty okay about what's going on here right now. I think we got this in the bag. I think we got this entirely, which is nice because, again, the more characters I'm done with the boss rush, the better, obviously. And I just want that to be over with. It's just one of those things which always like worries me a bit because sometimes you just get builds which are like good enough to beat the game, but not good enough to beat the boss rush, or at least like not good enough to beat the boss rush quickly. Also, there's like 3 soul hearts on the floor right now, which you know, that's good. That's a lot of free health right there. The boss rushes on hard mode have been really accommodating to us, honestly. It's been one of our main sources for like soul hearts a lot of the times. It's really surprising because usually you just don't get any hearts here at all, but we're just being treated very nicely. I guess the champion's belt might actually be helping out because we're just getting a lot more champion enemies because of it, maybe. And because of that, we just don't have... Like, there's just more bosses that drop soul hearts, I guess. So maybe that's what's going on. Maybe that's where we're looking out. But I don't know. Either way, it's working out for us. Monster 2 just got destroyed, which was very nice. Liking that a lot. And we're just going to keep going. Like, we're nearly done here, pretty much. Like, all the bosses are just getting destroyed over here. After a while, we only have the horsemen left. There's still just a whole bunch of soul hearts on the floor. Husk is not really going to be much of a problem because it's the champion one, which I think it just is attacking. So there you go. This dude, I forgot his name, but it doesn't matter. He's dead anyway. No need to remember those who are our enemies and also very dead or something. Not very respectful towards that dude, but still. The Hollow, that's his name. I remember it now. Don't worry, guys. It's no longer mean and really mean against our obvious enemies, you know. It's very important that you stay calm to everyone and try to just make them happy with good discussion instead of all this mean words. Even if they are the people that are very obviously just trying to murder us the entire game long. Nah. Either way, we're nearly done here. We're nearly done here. Only like 4 more bosses left, including these. So, good stuff. Let's kill that guy real quickly because he spawns the scary things. And let's not kill all the easy guys like war. Please don't. That attack is just never going to work here. This room is way too big. How would that ever be a successful attack? War, that's just silly. You're so silly, War. It's so silly. And I'm just gonna focus this guy down, so we only have to focus on the Fallen, wherever he may be. There he is. Hello, Fallen. How's you going? You're going to die now, but you did your best. You didn't really do much of anything, really, but your best is just not that good. There we go. Samson Chains. It's terrible. I mean, it's not like super bad or anything. It's just not super good. It's just like, it just sort of exists in its own little plane of uselessness. Anything here? No, don't think so. Let's go. So far, so good. Only the Lamb and Satan left. And this was a pretty successful run, if you ask me. I'm gonna take this. Was hoping for an actual item, but I got a golden key, I guess. So maybe we're gonna get some cool golden chests on this floor. I don't know. Anything is possible if you believe. It's actually sort of beneficial to get red hearts right now with this build, which is an odd situation. Usually I just try to get as many soul hearts as possible, but right now the red hearts are trumping the soul hearts because of that sun card, which I can just use pretty much infinitely. It's nice. I'm gonna wait with the sun card until he's like nearly dead. And boop. Now we got ourselves a map. We know where to go. We need to go to the left. We can take a shortcut through our secret room, and all in all, we're having a pretty nice and dandy day. Nice and dandy day indeed. And we can immediately use that golden key that we got. Tower card. Not really anything I want because we got plenty of bombs. Meh. Big room, but not filled with anything, so we're just gonna move on. Not get shot by the big evil happy poop man. That would be a good idea. And we're going to the small room because it's smaller and therefore theoretically easier to clear, unless it's one of those nice big rooms. But I don't actually... I don't remember every room in the room, so I obviously don't know what the odds are of getting a better, like, tall room, I guess. I don't know. Also, Loki's horns were not really very helpful there, but I'll let it go this time because overall it's generally quite good. Oh yeah, we got the contract from below, so we're getting a lot more of those. Everything's pretty good right now. Everything's pretty great. This build is fantastic. I didn't get the trinket thing, did I? No, I did not. Do I want this? No, not really. We're probably not going to get enough money for that to be... Oh, we're fighting this guy. This is like this something sticky or something icky that we unlocked a while ago. I haven't actually fought this boss, I don't think, so we might actually unlock something for killing this dude. I'm not actually sure, though. Unlock, like, it's pretty much just daddy long legs, but slightly different. Just very slightly different, I think. Oh, do I prefer this one or that one? I'm not sure. Probably this one, actually. Yeah. Tears up. Always fun. Satanic Bible. That's not so good right now. Not as good as what we have. Not worthwhile to spend our hearts on. Even though it should only cost one because of that. Actually, we probably wouldn't have really lost anything there, but oh, whatever. It's too late now. Let's just clear this room real quick with our sun card. That was a very good use of a sun card, actually, so I'm happy about that. Tempted to go to my arcade room. Might actually go there because it seems like it's in a nice position right now. Just gonna take that. Now the bloody penny actually wouldn't have been so bad. Let's kill a mini boss over here. It is Ultra Pride. That is that better than... No, that's not better than... Well, I don't think I want this. I don't think I particularly want this, really. Let's just put it like that. Oh, careful now. And we're just gonna move on. Yeah, should I go to my arcade room? It might be a good idea. I'm also tempted to go into this curse room, but... What do I really want from a curse room? I mean, this is gonna cost 2 hearts to go in and out of that, so that's not so great, obviously. Oh, careful now. Not get shot by the evil laser eyeball people. Yeah, tricky one. I don't know. I don't know about this. I'm just gonna do it, whatever. We got plenty of hearts. We should be fine. Huh. Yeah. Yeah, actually. For once, this is actually the right choice. I don't really need to fight Mom because I've already done that once, so there's really no reason to keep going with that floor. Let's just clear this room out immediately with that sun card. Yeah, that was not so bad. That was about as good of a curse room as we could have gotten there, actually. So there you go. Didn't expect that ever to be useful. Like, there's so little odds of that ever being good because more often than not, you just don't want to go down there. Like, either you're going to Isaac or you still have to fight Mom, or there's like so many possible variables that you can just get in the way of that being useful. But for once, For once, it was finally something good. It's almost sort of a miracle, really. Tempted to go to my curse room again, but I don't know what I would want from that, though. But then again, I didn't know what I wanted from the last floor either, and it worked out quite well. Took 2 hearts of damage from this really easy to kill dude, so I'm happy about that. Like, especially with the homing bombs, we could just place down a bomb, that would have been enough. But, you know, this is much better. This is a much better way of taking damage for no reason. Oh my god, that's so awful. I was hoping like we could just charge up our sun card. It would be hilarious, but instead we get that right there. What's this? A card against humanity. Oh my god. Oh god, is that better than sun? I mean, it's more horrible. I mean, it's better, but it's worse. It might be better. Because there's like a bigger chance of like black hearts and stuff. But like Sun, it's just so good. It's just such a good card. But I might actually see if we can find our super secret room. Let's use it here. That seemed like a good time to use our Sun card. But yeah, let's see if we can find our super secret room anywhere here. Oh my god, that's a lot of soul hearts for no reason. That's amazing. But yeah, let's see if we can find our super secret room below here. Why does everything get dark when they do that? That's so unnecessary. Here it is, surely. Yeah, it is. And it's this. Alright, cool. Well, that means I don't think I really want to use my card against humanity anywhere else in particular. I don't think so, at least. Yeah, I'm just gonna save all these soul hearts for when we go to the next floor. I'm just gonna fight Satan like this because we can heal. We have a heal available to us right now. And I feel like that's going to be like sufficient when it comes to fighting the second form of Satan and the third form after that. Plus we can just go back for some red hearts as well. Like there's plenty of red hearts on the floor right now, so right now we got a lot of things going for us. Let's do it like this. Yep, and we got hit, but it doesn't matter. He's already taken so much damage. He didn't do a very good job there. That second form can be a lot meaner, but this time around, he was just like, nah, it's fine. Don't worry about it, man. This time around, he was just like, yeah, I know you've had a long run. You just rest up. Have some of my weaker attacks that don't really do anything. Have a good day, you. You are my best friend. And it was very kind of Satan. So that's Satan done. I'm just going to collect all these soul hearts and then move on to the last floor of this run. I'm just going to leave that card. You know what? I'm going to use my card against humanity just for funsies. And I'm going to use it over here. That's the wrong button. Or was it? Maybe I was just trying to place down a bomb that would just destroy all these poops. Who knows? No one really does. Maybe we can get another soul heart from this. Maybe we can just have a whole bunch of poop in the room. Yeah, let's just leave it at that. You get that card pretty rarely compared to a lot of the other cards, so maybe you get it. You do kind of have to use it, but like right now, it's just not very useful. It's just not very useful. So let's go. What do we unlock from doing that? I don't actually know. Blood rights. That's alright. That's alright. And we're in the dark room. Red chest, red chest, red chest, red chest. And we get a devil deal. And yeah, it's just more items that I don't particularly want, really. And we got a soul heart. Death, you're kind of in an awkward spot because there's 2 of you, and I don't really appreciate that all that much, really. Because fighting one death is kind of awkward enough. Fighting 2 of them is just not so great because that's so many sides in the room, and he just keeps spawning them because he's being a big old jerk face. But it ended up being pretty okay in the end. He wasn't too bad about it. He was kind of a jerk about it, but overall he was not so bad about it. Plus his horsemen are killing like the things he spawned, so it's not all bad, but god. That was very rude. That's a big floor. Jera and Jera. Alright, cool. That's interesting. Do I particularly want Jera or Jera? I mean, I could make a lot of coins appear over here, but it wouldn't serve any purpose. It's kind of the main thing. I'll just keep it for now, actually, in case we find a chest on the floor. It might happen. I mean, we don't have anything that will spawn more chests, but still, it could theoretically still happen. And if we find a chest, we can use Jera, and then Jera, and then Jera, and then Jera with the blank card that we got. So, yeah, not bad, actually. If we can find a chest. It's not bad if we can find a chest. If we don't, then is just kind of pointless. And that's 2 soul hearts. Oh. I mean, we only need 5 with this build, so I don't think that's going to matter too much, but... You know, we might have to duplicate those in case things get a little bit dicey. We have the capability of doing so. We got 2 Jera runes available thanks to Wealth from Below, or Contact from Below, rather. And these guys are just bombing each other to death, so all in all, we're doing pretty okay. Like, we don't really need to shoot tears. We could probably actually beat this room with it if you didn't use tears and just moved around a lot, but god, it would be a boring experience. More coins. I want coins. Coins are not what I want right now. What I want right now is, I want them chests, yo. Give me them chests, yo. It's all I need. Where is he? There he is. Champions versions of those enemies are kind of horrible. Like, you don't want to fight champion versions of those guys because they're just gonna hang out forever. Wow, our flies are doing a lot of work for us right now, by the way. That halo of flies that we got on the first basement floor just blocked pretty much all of the flames. That's sort of amazing. God, are we just not gonna get chests at all? Am I gonna have to, like, clear extra rooms just for the sake of being able to duplicate some chests here? Because, god, that's very rude. I don't like that at all. I don't like that one bit. Still nothing? Come on, game. Come on. You know you're not like that. You know you're better than that, game. This is not great. This is not the best situation I've gotten myself into, but it's working out pretty alright. There we go. Keys! Good. Just what I needed. All I want is a single chest. Maybe 2, actually, because I got wealth from below, but still, there's just 8 chests. I'm gonna explore the rest. I don't even care. I'm just gonna explore the rest of this stupid floor because you're apparently just being stupid. I'm also gonna look for super secret rooms because they may contain, like, arcade machines, and they sometimes blow up for stuff as well. Although that might actually only be in the chest. I'm not actually 100% sure about that. Oh, good. This is just the room I was hoping for. A bunch of ghosts everywhere. My favorite enemy type. I'm feeling happier than I've ever felt before with this revelation in my life, but it's going alright. Because these ghosts are actually not being too bad right now. They're not spawning in horrible locations all the time. They're kind of being a pal. But they still didn't drop a chest. I will get a chest on this stupid floor, even if it takes me all day long. Chop this like smoke, so I use the bomb. That's the reason. That guy's just getting decimated by bombs alone, actually, so that's kind of him to just continuously go in there. Very nice. Very nice of you, Chub. But still no chest, though. Still no chest, though. No super secret rooms either. Still just gonna leave those there because you never know. 2 monsters! Yay! Oh, joyous days. They can't even hit each other with that brimstone attack either. It's so rude. So very rude. All I want is to fulfill my greed. That's all I'm trying to do here, but you're just not helping me, you guys. All I want is a single chest. A single double chest. It can even be gold ones. It doesn't even matter. It can be gold ones if you want it to be. That's fine. I took a lot of damage there. That was very unnecessary. Keys? Really? Come on, game. I don't want to actually have to go to the boss just because I'm taking too much damage here. That would just not be fun at all. That's no fun. I want to have fun. Stop shooting brimstone everywhere. That's also not really greatly appreciated. And there's so much of it all the time, and there's so many of you guys, and you're slowly dying. But I think I actually took more damage during Monstro 2 than 2 Fallens, which is kind of sad. I don't think that's supposed to happen, but it somehow just occurred, and now we're just gonna have to live with that fact. That somehow 2 Monstro 2s are more powerful than 4 Fallens. Just hanging out. I guess it's technically only 2, but still, there's 4 eventually. There we go. That's all I wanted. That was all I was asking for. And we're just gonna use one again. And we're just gonna use one again. I'm just gonna use it immediately. Are there any batteries here? I don't think so. Yeah. There we go. Alright, now we're gonna have some fun. Because that's a lot of chests, and they're all containing items. So I'm just gonna get that. The sun card. And bop. Bum friend. Mom's bro. Oh, D6. See if there's anything here. Spoonbender. Meh. SMB super fast. Oh my god, look at those items though. Monster's lung, tempting. But I don't think I'll do that right now. Holy mantle, obviously. Robo baby. Boop. Yeah, that's all these other things. I don't think I really want them all that much, so I'm actually just gonna re-roll all of this. Get myself some more bombs, get myself 20/20, get myself some more damage and health. Get myself another tarot card, maybe get something cool out of that. 2 spades, useful, very useful. Mom's eyeshadow, Charm of the Vampire, Robo Baby, the actual one. Midas' Touch. Get ourselves a leech for next little bit extra damage. Prayer card. And you know what? I'm gonna take Magic Fingers. And we're gonna just spam that button. So this is our build right now. Oh my goodness. I'm actually gonna get this so hard as well. And now I think it's a good time to fight the lamb. I think I'm just gonna mash the item use button to just spam Magic Fingers because we got 96 coins inexplicably. Let's do it. The lamb. Yeah, fighting. We did it! We don't get to use Magic Fingers all that often. We took like 50 coins to beat the lamb, but still, he didn't do anything. I'm actually just gonna wander around the floor for a little bit longer just to see if there's anything cool we can find, but I think we got it. We got it pretty done. Like everything's just dying from like a single hit from that, but I kind of want to use my tears as well because we got like double tears from the 20/20. And we're just doing so much damage right now. It helps that we're Samson as well, so we took a bunch of extra damage from that. These guys didn't stand a chance. Got 2 extra coins if we so desire to use it a little bit more. Maybe we can get like another Jera rune and maybe get Dad's key so we can fight Mega Satan, you know? It might happen. It's a potential possibility. Maybe this run will end at Mega Satan. Very unlikely, but theoretically possible. There you go. I'm just gonna leave it at that. Bop, bop. Mr. Mega. For some extra powerful 99 bombs. Shake the room. Boom. And that's that. Well, we ended up with a pretty okay build. It was actually a pretty good build all around. I'm just gonna quickly press the start button again. I know I pressed it at the start, but I was a little bit uncertain if the seed actually showed up. There you go. Now you've gotten to see Magic Fingers in action. We got a whole bunch of stuff. We killed the lamb. And we unlocked Samson's Lock, which is kind of a crappy trinket, but still, we got another character entirely done, I believe. Yeah, Samson's entirely done now that we managed to do the boss rush as well in this run. So that was really nice. Very, very productive. And that only leaves the boss rush with 2 characters, Lazarus and Cain. Shouldn't be too difficult, I do think so. And I might actually do Lazarus next, just because if I can get the boss rush in the next run, I might be able to get the Blue Baby as well, and then I'll actually have another character entirely done. Or Eve. Like Lazarus, Eve, Blue Baby still has a bunch of stuff to do. And Cain still has a bunch of stuff to do, and Magdalene still has a bunch of stuff to do as well, but yeah, either Lazarus or Eve is going to be next, I think. But we'll see about that next time. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope to see you guys next time. Bye-bye.